In this video, I'm going to review the Aflac trade alert that we sent here at Stock Market Guides as part of our option trade alert service. So you can see that we posted the trade alert on June the 11th, just about 15 minutes after the opening bell that day. And you can see that it calls for the trade to be held for 2 weeks. So the entry was alerted on June the 11th. And if you were to follow the trade setup that's designed here with this alert, then the exit would take place on June the 25th, which was just earlier this week. And you can see here what the backtest results are from our research for this particular trade setup for Aflac. And this is based on using the option strategy that we employ here for our trade alerts. And so let's take a look at how it performed. So this is a stock chart here for Aflac. And you can see the price movement here. Each bar here represents 1 day of price activity. And the entry, again, was on June the 11th, near the opening bell. And this right here is June the 11th. So it was somewhere right around here. And the way our trade alerts are designed is we tell you, we alert you immediately when the trade setup occurs. And so the idea is to enter at that moment, or as soon as you can thereafter, if you're interested in following the trade, and then to exit when the trade is over. And it's up to you whether you want to employ, a take profit, sell limit order type thing, or if you want to use a stop loss. The trade setup itself is designed just to have an entry and an exit. And so if you were to follow in lockstep with the back-tested approach, which is what these stats here reflect, then you wouldn't use a profit target or stop loss. But many of our subscribers do choose to do that, and in fact we even offer an idea here for an optional profit target, just in case you wanted some potential marker to use as a potential take profit point. So let's follow this along. So June the 11th was the entry, the exit is June 25th. So if you were to follow in lockstep with that trade setup, then the entry again was on this date right around here somewhere, and the exit was June 25th. So right now you can see down here what date I'm on, and this is June 25th, and the exit was at the opening bell. And so you can see this one did end up with a profit. So basically the entry was here, it went up to here, and so it captured a nice part of the profit there, a nice part of that upward price swing. And down here it shows the price of the option at the time that the alert was sent was $7.20 per contract, and at the time of exit it was $9.43. So that was a 30% gain on the investment, and so that's a nice solid gain to have on a 2-week trade. I do want to point out that early in the trade the position took some heat, and that's one of the challenges, of course, of trading, is that you don't know what's going to happen next in the market for any given stock or option, or just the market in general. You just don't know for sure what's coming next. And so let's say that you had followed the trade alert, you got in right around here, and then after 3 days the underlying stock is down here, which means your call option position is going to be down in value. The trade calls to continue sticking with it and hold until June 25th, but at this point you don't know exactly where this thing's going to go. You just know it's down, and that's one of the challenges, of course, of trading. And so what we try to do is just give you clear rules for a trade setup and tell you historically what our research shows for how it may have performed historically for that same exact trade setup for the same exact underlying stock. And so that's the idea, is to give you information about how it's performed historically and what the exact parameters of the trade are. And that way you have a clearly defined trade setup. But again, it's up to you. If you wanted to pull the cord early because you didn't like that it was taking heat, then you could have. In this case, you would have missed out on what eventually proved to be an upward thrust in price. But ultimately, it's up to you exactly how you manage your trade. We're just giving you educational information, and you decide from there what to do with it. So this one turned out with a profit. They, of course, don't all turn out that way. And what we're trying to do is give you information that might put the odds in your favor of making profit in the stock market. So that's how the Aflac trade turned out. If you have any questions about our service or just in general about the stock market, you can contact us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.